Today I am going to discuss about some more introduction part of ASP.NET. So already we discussed in ASP.NET part 1 and part 2. Now today I am going to discuss about ASP.NET introduction part 3. In this part 3 I am going to explain redirection method. Okay. So redirection means how to move from one web page to another web page, or how to move from one website to another website. So that is possible with redirection. Okay. So redirection can be in ASP.NET two different ways. One is using redirection method, another one is using designed control. Okay. So now I'm going to explain redirecting from one web page to another. Redirecting from one web page to another. For this we have redirection method. Okay, so that is redirection methods. These are the redirection method. First method is response dot redirect method. Second one is server dot transfer. Other than these two methods, we can use designed control also. We can use designed controls. What are the main designed controls to redirect from one web page to another web page? Means first one is hyperlink control, second one is link button control, third one is image button control. Some controls are there. Okay, so either we can redirect from one web page to another web page using this designed control. Through design you would like to redirect, then we can use hyperlink, link button, image button, and with the help of specific code, then if you want to redirect, then we can use redirection methods that are response.redirect and server.transfer. What is the main difference between response.redirect and server.transfer? So if we use response.redirect for moving from one web page to another web page, then response.redirect is used to move from one web page to another web page within the same website and also in other website. Okay, we can able to move from one web page to another web page within the same website and also in another website. So if we use server.transfer, we can move from one web page to another web page within the same website only. Okay, so for example, let us consider durgasoft.com. okay, durgasoft.com, it is site. In this durgasoft website, okay, then so many web pages are there. From one web page to another web page we can redirect easily, and within the durgasoft website only, then that is possible with response.redirect and server.transfer. But from durgasoft.com to another site, if you want to go another site, then we can use response.redirect only. It is not possible to redirect from one website to another website using server.transfer. Okay, it is very clear. So using response.redirect, we can redirect from one web page to another web page within the same website and also other website. Using server.transfer, we can able to move from one web page to another web page within the same website only. This is the first difference. Okay, next difference is when we use response.redirect, our target web page address is display in URL. Okay, in address bar it will be display what is the target web page address that can be available. And when we go for server.transfer, your target web page address is not going to be displayed in URL. Okay, so server.transfer, if we use, whatever we are redirecting target page, that page will not be appear in URL address. Okay, so this is the second difference between these two. And third difference is when we use response.redirect, we can move, we can able to transfer values from one web page to another web page using response.redirect. And whereas server.transfer, we cannot able to transfer the values from one web page to another web page. Okay, so these are the three differences between response.redirect and server.transfer. As per your requirement, any method but these two methods I strongly recommend to use in coding part only. Okay, so in coding part, after checking the credentials like username and password, you would like to redirect to user home page, then we can use this method, response.redirect or server.transfer. So first difference is response.redirect can be used to move from one web page to another web page within the same website and also in any other website. Server.transfer can be used within the same website only, in any page we can be able to redirect. Response.redirect, when we use target web page address, can be displayed in address bar. Server.transfer, when we use target web page address, cannot be displayed in address bar. And response.redirect can move some variables or some minimum amount of variables can be transferred from one web page to another web page, whereas server.transfer cannot transfer the values from one web page to another web page. So these are the redirection method. Using this we'll see practical implementation, and along with, apart from this redirection method, we can use designed controls also. Using this design controls, we can able to move from one web page to another web page, like hyperlink, link button, image button. So hyperlink control is provide link to text and also link to image. Either you can click on link here, this is text here. For example, when I am giving text for hyperlink, new register, for example, new register, if I am giving, this is the text actually. When we click on this text, it will be redirected to new register page. Instead of text, when I am going to place some image, for example, image, then when we click on image control also, then we can able to move to another page. So that means hyperlink control is provide link to text and also link to image, both it is possible. And whereas link button control, so link button control is provide only link to text, not for the image. We cannot place any image in the link button control, we can place only text here. So when user click on text, that link button will be provide navigation facilities, moving redirection facilities from one web page to another web page. And image button control means it will provide only link to image and it will not provide link to text. So each and every control is having its own. So hyperlink, link for text, link for image. Link button, link for text only. Image button, link for image button, image only. When we click on image, it will go. When we click on text, it will go. When we click on image or text, anything, it's possible to go, hyperlink control. So these are what design controls, okay. So if you using design control, you want to redirect, you can do. Using redirection method, you want to redirect, we can do. So this is, we will see in practical implementation, how to work with redirection method, what is the differences, and how to work with the design controls. We'll see practical implementation now, okay, right. So here I am taking first response.redirect and server.transfer showing. So for that I am preparing one simple web page. So default to .aspx is there. Now you can see here I am placing two button controls here, just response.redirect and server.transfer purpose. So let's go to standard tab and button control I am taking. Here this is one button for response.redirect, another button for server.transfer. Both button controls I am choosing here. Go to properties and expand font. Let me increase the font size for clear visibility. Right. So this is one button control. So let me change the button control properties. Response.redirect. Response.redirect, just button name, meaningful name I am giving, btn response.redirect, and here I am taking server.transfer. Server.transfer and button ID btn server.transfer. These are the two button controls. One is response.redirect and server.transfer. Okay, these are the two button controls. When I double click on response.redirect, here see btn rr is a control name, underscore click is default event for button control. So here I am writing response.redirect of what page you would like to redirect, that address you have to produce. So in my website we have two pages. We are in right now default2.aspx. I would like to move to default.aspx. Let's give the default.aspx. Response.redirect. Default.aspx. Next, server.transfer. That method I am writing. Server.transfer of. Again, I would like to move to another page like default.aspx. Default.aspx. So let's run the application and check. When I am going to click on response.redirect, you will be redirected to another page like default.aspx. But default.aspx is our target page. Target page address is present in address bar. You should see right now you are in default2.aspx. When I click on response.redirect, now you can see you are in default.aspx. Okay, this is default.aspx. We are moving to another page, default.aspx, but target page address is present in URL address. You can see URL bar. Now when we click on server.transfer, still we are in default2.aspx, but when we click on server.transfer, server.transfer will provide redirection from one web page to another web page. We reach a target page. Though this is target page is default.aspx, we are not looking target page address in URL address. Okay, this is simple differences. And as I told that server.transfer cannot be used for another websites, and response.redirect can be used for another websites also. For example, let me comment it. Let me write another website address. Response.redirect of, what I am doing here, you can see http://www.gmail.com, for example. Okay, so this is another website. So from our website you can see default.aspx, default2.aspx is our website. From this website I am going to another website. I am going to move to another website, that is called gmail.com. Using response.redirect is possible. So when I click on here, so you will be able to see that response.redirect it is moving to gmail.com web page. So response.redirect, so you will be able to see that gmail.com here. You can see this. Okay, so this is, that means we have redirection from one website to another website is possible using response.redirect, but it is not possible using server.transfer. Server.transfer only can be moved from one web page to another web page within the same website only. Other website is not possible. Okay, so far what we discussed, this is response.redirect and server.transfer, and I told you that response.redirect using we can transfer the values from one web page to another web page. But this scenario I will show when I am going to discuss about state management techniques in ASP.NET. I will show how to transfer the values from one web page to another web page using response.redirect method. Okay, right. So apart from this response.redirect and server.transfer, we use also design controls. Designing through we can able to navigate. Okay, how it is possible. First let's go with hyperlink control. So hyperlink control, as I told that hyperlink control is provide navigation, is provide redirection from one web page to another web page within the same website and also other website. And hyperlink control will provide link to text and link to image, both it is possible. For example, you can see I am selecting hyperlink control. I am going to properties here, text of the hyperlink control. For example, let me give that new register. I am giving just text new register. So let me increase the font size for clear visibility, bold, and size is some extra large or something. So extra large I am taking new register. So I am not providing any link here. Okay, how to provide link here? Before going to provide link, let me create a new web page with the name new register. So I'll add new item, web form template, that meaningful name you can give for this web page, new register, new register.aspx. So new register.aspx, how I can recognize by producing some h1 tag. This is register page. Okay, this is the register page. Just I am showing whether it is register page or not. Let me go with all this page. We have hyperlink control, but we don't have any link for this hyperlink control. Let me go with providing link for this hyperlink control. Go to properties. Now For providing hyperlink control, link to the hyperlink control, we have a property called navigate URL. You can see this navigate URL. When I click on navigate URL, when we click on ellipse button here, then right now in our website, how many pages can be present? That many present here. Then new register.aspx is there. Then click on OK, new register.aspx. Here you can see I'm providing some link here. That means when I click on new register here, it is hyperlink control. It will be redirecting to what page? New register.aspx. Just for through design, I have not written any code here. Now when we go to new register, you can see when I'm going to click on new register page, this is register page actually it is showing. Okay, so this is called this is the register page. When we go to click on new register, it is going to new register page actually. Okay, so let me go with the new register. Right, so it is what it is, hyperlink control. We provide what link to text only. As I told you that hyperlink control can be redirected to another website also. How it is possible? How to give that website address? Here we have to give http://www.facebook.com, for example. When I go to facebook.com, you can see when we click on run the application and check, when we click on new register, it will go to facebook.com because our address has been given facebook.com page like this only. So other website also is possible to redirecting using hyperlink control. That hyperlink control is provide link to text and also link to image. But here it is what was there in this hyperlink, link to text is there. Text we are going to click. So that's what link to text. How do we provide link to image? Instead of text, how I can place the image here? For placing the images purpose, what I want to do, that you can see I'm just taking some image. Just I'm downloading some image. Okay, so that image I'm going to place it in where it is in hyperlink control. Let's show that image. I'm saving this image in my desktop. Right, let's close this and let's upload that image here in this hyperlink control. Now go to properties, and for uploading image to hyperlink control, we have image URL property. So click on ellipse button, then where it is there ellipse button here, images is not there, but that images I should place in where? In our web page. So where is the image? Actually that image is image is there. Copy this image and let's go and place that image into your website. So our website is ASP. Right click on this and you can place this image. Right, after that let me select this hyperlink control, go to properties and image URL. When we click on ellipse button, it will prompt to your website images what was there, and image.jpg, click on OK, then image is there. You would like to decrease the size, height and width and image, you can go to image height is 30, image width is 30 somewhat, you can make it as this is 30 and 30. When we click on Facebook, then we will be redirected to another page like facebook.com. So this is the way to provide navigation facilities from one web page to another web page. So one website to another website also is possible using hyperlink control. As I told that hyperlink control will provide link to text and as also link to image. But next what control is there? Design control, that is link button control. Link button control is provide only link to text, not for link to image. Let's go to link button control. Here it is link button control. Let's go to properties of link button controls. Let me increase the size for visibility. Then after that you should see here I'm giving postback URL property for link button control. What page you would like to redirect your website or other website also is possible. For example, I'm going to give link button control http://flipkart.com. So the text is here flipkart.com, for example, any text. Navigation URL is there. Then when we click on link button, it is providing link to text only. That means link to text means when you click on text, then only we are providing link. You can see flipkart.com means you are able to redirect to flipkart.com page here. This is okay. So this is link button control actually. So next, link button control will not provide link to image. It will provide only link to text here. Next, I am going to give link button control link to what it is image. That means image button control is there. In this image button control, you can see I am uploading image. Then how to upload image? Directly image URL, click on ellipse button. Then we have already image which is available Facebook. Then you can able to reduce the image size and also clearly. Then when I am going to click on this, then I need to redirect to another page, and within the same website another page it is possible. Then I am going to give Postback URL, then again http://www.facebook.com. this is facebook.com. okay, right. This is link button image button control. Image button control means it will provide link to image only. It will not provide link to text here. You should see when I am going to press image button, you will be able to redirect to what page? facebook.com. When go back, this is what it is, image button, and this is what link button. Link button is provide link to text. When we go to link to text, we are clicking on text, it will redirect to what page? flipkart.com. Redirecting is done. Then after that, when we go back, you can see this is here, it is small icon you are looking, that is called hyperlink. Hyperlink control will provide link to text and also link to image. Rather than this design control, you can able to redirect from one web page to another web page using redirection methods also. So using redirection methods, we can able to move from one web page to another web page and one website to another website. Okay, so this is about redirection things in ASP.NET actually. Then one more important concept I will discuss now here, postback in ASP.NET. What is the postback in ASP.NET actually? Okay, what is meaning of postback in ASP.NET means we are posted back the page to the server. Okay, when we send a request for required page, our request goes to server and page is delivered in the client machine, that is browser. Again, when the page is coming from the server, again we are posted back the total page to server. This is called postback request, we can say. Postback request means second request. Okay, second time when we are sending request. So that is what is happening. What is the problem with postback request in ASP.NET? We will discuss now. Okay, for example, for that purpose I am taking simple web page, default3.aspx. We have in web page what it is, one button control. For example, you can see one button control. Okay, one button control. As I told you that how the ASP.NET controls, each and every control is having properties and events, then same like a web page also is having events. So the default event for the ASP.NET web page is page load event. Okay, so how do we raise page load event? Either right click on this page, you can click on view code, or else you can double click on division tag, you will be able to see that page load event. This is the default event for ASP.NET page. What is the default event for ASP.NET page? Page load event, we can say. In this page load event, what I am writing, you can see response dot write. If you wanted to display message to the user, okay, then response dot write is required. Response dot write double quote, and what I want to write, for example, welcome, I am going to write. That means what here, when the page gets loaded, welcome text is displayed within the page itself. That means whenever we are sending request to this page, our request is processed at server side and server will display the page. So that means page is coming. When the page is coming, immediately page load will be done. So internally when the page gets loaded, then welcome text is displayed. Okay, this is very clear. And next, what I mean to say here, so you can see I am going to double click on this button control. Okay, I am going to double click on this button control, response dot write. Then here I am going to take hello text. When I should display hello, when I am going to click on button control, then I should display hello. Whenever the page load event, then I should display welcome. When the page gets loaded, welcome will come. When the button click event raise, hello should come. Okay, so page actually in the ASP.NET Postback nature, okay, first page event will be raised, then after in the page whatever the controls are there, that control events will be raised. So as we expected, you can see this, whenever we run the application, whenever we run this default 3.aspx, first page event will be raised. What is the page event here? Page load event. When the page gets loaded, when the page load event will be fired, welcome will be displayed. Then after, when we click on button control, then after what control will be event will be load, then button click event will be raised. So that is what happening. You can see this, when I'm going to load the page, as we expect, when the page gets loaded, welcome text is coming, and when we click on this button control, what's happening? Hello is coming, as what we have written the code. But along with hello, welcome also is coming. Why it is coming? You know, when first time page gets loaded, in the page load event, what we have written, response.write welcome we have written, that is coming. Second time what we did, when we click on button control, along with button control, enter the page also submitting to the server. So again, page load event will be loading, page load event will be raising. So for each and every button control in a page, that along with this button control event, the page also is going to be submitted to the server. This is called postback nature in ASP.NET. That means posted back. The page first time came, when the first time came, welcome is coming. Again, when we click on submit button, this is button control. Along with this button control, the page will be posted back to the server. This is called postback nature. So that means each and every control purpose, each and every control in a page which is available, when we click on that, for that purpose we cannot submit enter the page every time. It is a very big problem in ASP.NET. Okay, so that's what for example, you can see I have only one button control. When the page gets loaded, I have only one button control. When I click on this button control, what's happening? I want to raise this only button control event should be submitted to the server. But what's happening along with this button control event, enter the page is also submitted to the server. So assume that there are several buttons, several events will be there in the page. Then how many times you are resending the page totally to the server? Every time page should not be posted back to the server. It is not good practice in reality. So that's what, to stop that posted back nature, that means first time only page gets loaded, and next time enter the page should not be submitted to the server. So that's what we have to restrict it. That is called if page dot is postback, page dot is postback equals to false, then what's happening? Response dot welcome. Posted back means if the page request is not posted back, then welcome should come. First time only it should come, otherwise it will not come. Next time it will not posted back to the server. So this is called postback nature in ASP.NET. Now you can see when the page gets loaded, welcome is coming. Okay, then when we click on button control, what's happening? Now this time only this button control event can be submitted to the server, not total page is submitted to the server. Okay, so this is not posted back request. We are not posted back to the server, enter the page, only we are transferring this control event. Okay, this is very clear. Okay, so this is about postback nature in ASP.NET. We will discuss if page is going to be posted back, what will happen in later examples we will discuss. Okay, so some duplicate data will be repeatedly will come when the page gets loaded in later. When we wanted to read the data from database, then duplicate data will be reflected in the page. So that is the drawback of page postback nature in ASP.NET. So to restrict the posted back to the server, enter the page, we should write the code in page load. If page dot postback equals to false, then response dot write welcome. So that means welcome will display only for the first time when it is loaded, but when the posted back, it will not display. Only button control will be button control event will be sent to server. Okay, that means what I mean to say, every time whenever we click on each and every button control or other control in a page, every time for every single event purpose, entire the page should not be submitted to the server. So that is what we are restricted the page postback using if page dot is postback equals to false. Okay, so this is about postback nature in ASP.NET. So that's it for today. In next session we will discuss validation controls and all. Okay.